Good morning. Welcome to Thursday's early morning intuitive guidance. How did we get to Thursday already? Wow. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well, and I will tell you this card has already served me well. And it was interesting because when this deck popped up, my thought process was, this one again? But this card is like spot on, spot on. Good morning, Ruth Ann. You're the first one here today. Glad you are here. Welcome. So I kind of had to chuckle to myself that I'm rolling my eyes at the card deck, and this card is like perfect. Good morning, Jo Neal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. People starting to roll in. This is good. As always, let's start with a little tapping and a little breath. Settling into right here, right now, grounding through your feet, drawing in healing golden light, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Heading to get Kenners. Okay, safe travels. Breathe deeply on your way. I think this card is going to be really helpful and spot on for many of us today. So I have to give you a little background, though, in order for the import of this card to connect and why I'm kind of smirking at myself. Because, anyway, it is from the Ascended Masters deck. And yesterday, I'm dealing with a group of people who like to change their mind midstream. And I'd pretty much decided I'm done with this. This is not working for me. If we make a commitment that we're doing X, we need to stick with X. Not Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 18, So I've called it like herding cats. And yesterday, had the opportunity to share with someone an aspect of, before I agreed to do a piece I'm currently doing, I met with the powers that be and said, I'm willing to do this, but my parameters are that what we're agreeing to right here, right now, is what's going to happen for the duration of this particular agreement. Everybody copacetic with that? And they were. And now it's not being followed. Surprise, surprise. I should have known better, right? But there's more to learn, obviously. There's more to learn. So here we go. So yesterday I was talking to someone who I was sharing with her this information, and then she shared with me some additional information, which muddied the waters even more. And so I was veering off on the track of, I need to address this, I need to do this, I need to do that, blah, blah, blah. Good morning, Gwen. Which was taking me off the track of, this is what I've agreed to do. So, read the card and quick drafted a little something that I'm going to do the one and done. I'm going to address this and allow someone else to manage it because they're paying her to manage it. So there. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. Glad you are here. So when I opened the deck and read the card, I just kind of laughed. It was like, okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. But again, obviously, I need this lesson again. So we'll see how many of you need this lesson again. Jonelle, your name is rolled twice already. So perk up your ears, girl. Ascend to Master's deck. Take a breath. The card is stay focused. Stay focused. And the description hits the nail right on the head. Good morning, Cheryl. Welcome. Glad you are here. And those of you who are here today, know that there's something in here for you. There's something in this stay focused message that is here for you. So Kutumi is the ascended master or guide who is sharing this message with us. So at the end here, I'll tell you a little bit about him, but let's hit the message first and open our intuitive ears to the part of this message that's meant for us. Because it may be different things for different ones of us. I know which parts resonated for me, but let's see what we get. One more breath. We'll laugh together. It'll be good. So, Katumi, you drew this card as a reminder to stay focused upon your intentions, desires, and priorities. So, for me, paying bills happens on Thursday morning after my me time, my journaling, my breath work, my whatever it is I'm called to do on a particular day, some balances, whatever it is. And today, before I pulled this card, I was thinking of eroding that, not showing up for me by doing what is my routine and jumping right into paying bills. I won't be doing that. After I'm done talking to y'all, I'm going to go make my cacao and sit here and do my journaling and my breathing. Hello, Mel. Glad you are here. So, the card is basically saying, stay focused upon your intentions, desires, and priorities. Repeat. Hello, Nancy. Stay focused on your intentions, desires, and priorities. And if you're going, well, I don't know what they are, maybe it would be good to take a little time and do some writing about that. I don't know what they are. I wish they were. What if they could be? Put some sentence stems in there and get rolling and see what blurps out the end of your pen. All right? Don't allow yourself to be distracted by short-term situations. That's exactly what I'm dealing with. Dramas and other people's demands. The skies part, the sun shines down, the angels sing. Yeah. Don't allow yourself to be distracted by short-term situations, dramas, and other people's demands. Keep a positive outlook about your dreams and imagine they've already manifested into reality. And I can't tell you how powerful a tool that is. Begin living as if it's already accomplished. Find little ways to live as if it's already accomplished. And I already told you about my friend who did the Millionaire Mondays, where she'd dress up how she perceived a millionaire to dress, would take a bunch of friends out to lunch, they'd go shopping, yada yada, and she was trying on being a millionaire. When I was earning my Mary Kay career car, I drove my current car, the present car at that time, imagining that it was the Mary Kay car. So what you're doing there is you're shifting your vibration into alignment with that goal already accomplished. Once you're vibrating at that level, it would be very difficult for it not to come your way. So, let's see here. Yep, keep a positive outlook about your dreams and imagine that they've already manifested into reality. Devote regular amounts of time toward your projects and priorities. So the same way I'm going to prioritize my morning routine today, not allowing that subconscious mind to pull me away from it and not do it, what that also tells me is I'm right on the cusp of something. Whenever it's just around the corner, whatever's meant to open up, that's when your conditioned self starts throwing distractions onto the path to try to keep you from attaining whatever that thing is that's about to unfold. So I ain't going there. Say no to distractions and you will see results. Additional meanings for this card. Be assertive with demands upon your time. If your answer is no, say no. Good morning, Abigail. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, especially for women. Don't offer a bunch of excuses why your answer is no. No is a sufficient answer. Because if you start offering excuses, within less than a minute, usually, you will have talked yourself into doing it. well, no, I can't because I've got this and this and this on my plate. And, Thursdays are getting really busy and yada, yada, yada. Well, maybe I could do it on a Wednesday, though. Well, okay. All right. No, stop doing that to yourself. Stop selling yourself out. Be assertive with demands upon your time. Keep your promises to yourself. We are notorious for doing a terrible job of keeping our promises to ourselves. I'm going to walk every morning. Well, maybe not this morning. Would you do that to a friend? If you were going to meet a friend and walk, would you show up? Yes, because you had a commitment. Your commitments to yourself need to be at least as important as the commitments you've made to other people. At least as important. I think way more important, but at least as important. Commit to your priorities. Spend time each day devoted to the projects that are dear to your heart. So, how many of us, I caught this pattern a while ago. It's, I'll do all these little things and get them out of my way, and then I can settle in and do this big thing. All that did was keep me from ever getting around to the big thing. It's a great way to distract yourself. And there's that meme that periodically goes around Facebook. I decided the flowers needed watering, so I went out to water them. And then I thought maybe I'd put the hose on instead of use the watering can. And then I noticed that the end of the hose was bent, so I had to go get a pliers, blah, blah, blah. Never do get the flowers watered. So, commit to your priorities. Spend some time each day devoted to the projects that are dear to your heart. Lay out a bunch of the steps that it's going to take to get there, but then just focus on the next best step. One thing, stay determined, doggedly determined to accomplish that little step. If that little step ain't happening, it's too big. Break it down into 2 or 3 other steps, and then just take the first one and focus on that. Don't get way ahead of yourself with this, because oftentimes then we get overwhelmed and we say, to heck with it. Kind of like the one, I've seen this repeatedly with clients. I'm going to update my resume to apply for a new job, and there's this job I'm looking at, and oh my God, what if they call me for an interview and I won't know how to answer the questions and I don't have anything to wear and blah, 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 blah. Oh God, forget it. No, go back to, I'm just going to update my resume. Stay on that one step. And if that's too big, let's break that down. I'm going to locate my resume on my hard drive and open it up. You can even make that 2 steps. I'm going to locate it on my hard drive, then I'm going to open it up. Ridiculously small steps that allow you to move things forward. And I love this last one because I'm right in the throes of doing this again. Detoxify your diet to help your mind to be clear and focused. And if I could pick one thing to help us all let go of, it would be sugar. If you want to dull your thought process, if you want to numb your emotions, which are your guidance system, add sugar. Okay, so now let's talk about Kutumi. Kutumi was a Sikh spiritual leader named Sardar Thakur Singh Sadhanwali, there you go, who lived in India during the 1800s. Madame Blavatsky, a founder of Theosophy, met Kutumi during his lifetime and later channeled his messages after his death. Some New Age teachers believe that Kutumi was Saint Francis or Pythagoras in previous lifetimes. Call upon Kutumi for motivation and focus upon your priorities and divine life purpose. Now, whether or not you believe in reincarnation, whether or not you believe in ascended masters, the message is still valid. The message is still valid. Stay focused. Stay focused. Honor yourself and your commitments to yourself and your priorities as much or more so as you do with other commitments to other people. Are you valuing your own path nearly as much as you're valuing other people's paths? The reason we derail ourselves off into other people's paths is because from a distance it seems so much easier to fix their lives than it does to fix ours. We don't have to deal with their conditioned self, right? Well, here's what you ought to do, and here, let me help you with that. The 4-letter word, help. Let me help you with that, desired or not. So, what are you avoiding in your own life? What are some commitments you've made to yourself that you've blown off? What are some goals you want to accomplish, but you're just not making any headway? Let's break those down into some teeny tiny little steps. If you can think of your teeny tiny little step, put it in the feed. We'll all cheer you on. We'll all send you some good juju to make it happen. Mine for today is having this one conversation with this one person and basically spelling out what's going on and handing it off to her to figure out what to do. Not my problem, not my circus, not my monkeys. That was such a useful saying, right? Herding monkeys is probably like herding cats. Yeah. So, what are you committing to yourself and to us to do today? That teeny tiny, itsy bitsy little baby step. Put it in the feed, please. Have an awesome Thursday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.